So Jason Dean Rothwell is a gentleman that is also not only claimed to have found Nicola Bulley because of his abilities, but also Michael Brooks, 19, who was found in a Lancashire river as well. So in an article, it says a man describing himself as a psychic medium and a tarot card reader says he is the person who found Nicola Bulley in the river, a mile away from where she vanished more than 3 weeks ago. Lancashire police were called to the river just before midday on Sunday, and on Monday they confirmed that a body found at the location was that of the missing mom of two. Jason Dean Rothwell says he is the man who found Nicola, reports the Mirror. In a statement in the Facebook, he wrote, "Yes, it is myself in the images in the media currently circulating relating to the case of Nicola Bulley. And yes, yesterday, Sunday morning, it was myself and a friend who reported and assisted the police in the recovery of a body from the river Wire." He added, "I would also like to say a huge thank you to the Lancashire Police for their help, support, and the open-mindedness with which they dealt with us. Following our call, spiritualists or mediums are obviously not something that the police come across every day, and I appreciate the respect that was given to both of us." It is also important to mention, I was not asked by the police or Nicola's family to become involved in this case, but having seen the wild speculation and hurtful commentary that has been ongoing and having previously assisted in the recovery of Michael Brooks, I decided to use whatever gift it was we mediums possess to try and locate Nicola Bulley. Michael Brooks, 19, was found in a river in Lancashire after a 2-week search by mountain rescue, fire and rescue services and friends and family in February of 2018. Police confirmed that the body found on Sunday was Nicola Bulley, saying, "Sadly, we are now able to confirm that yesterday, Sunday, we recovered Nicola Bulley from the river Wire." What are your thoughts so far? In the next part of this video, I'm going to play from Jason Dean Rothwell's TikTok a few of the clippings that he had. Take a listen.
Hello, how are we? I just wanted to answer a quick question that somebody said to me the other day about should mediums be used in missing persons investigations, ? I would be ridiculous if I said no. So I am going to say yes, we should be used. There should be a more open conversation about the use of mediums, spiritualists, psychics in helping locate missing people. However, I think it's really important to stress this one point. Our job is simply to find the person. It should only be to find the person, if it is within our power to do so. And bear this in mind, I have had this a few times this week. People say, "Why did you find such a person? Why have you not found such a person?" I have to just point out, we can only find those people whom we are drawn to and who are drawn to us. The people in the other world, they have to know that we will deal with their case or their situation in the best way we are capable of and in the way that they most need. Now, that doesn't always go to plan, but it is nevertheless the truth. You know, I mean this so politely. I have seen lots of people's pictures who are missing, and it's shocking how many people are missing. But I can safely say I look at dozens of them and feel absolutely no connection to them whatsoever. And that is okay. And I think as mediums, we should explain that. It's not a case of we can just go find anybody. We can't. We also should explain that it's a lot more complicated than simply finding a spirit and having a communication with them. There are natural laws that need to be obeyed. There are various numerological and planetary alignments that have to be considered. I'm not saying they play a major part, but they have to be considered. And then there are some serious ethical questions. Go back. It is a case of our job is to find a person, or at least provide information towards assisting in that finding. And this brings me to my next point. So we should assist, if we can, in providing a location. However, I have to also urge people to caution here. Mediumship is not, it is a very fine art, it is a very, very fine art to notice the very subtle inferences of the energy that can suggest one thing or another thing. And anybody who claims that they can speak with absolute 100% clarity, it is, I am sure, a god or an apostle, because I know from previous situations that I have been in that we get stuff wrong. Doesn't necessarily make sense, and we should own up to that. What you see in one place is not necessarily the way it really plays out. And this is important in cases like missing people, because the emotions of people are incredibly high. When you think in terms of your own family, if they just walked out one day and didn't come back, you are mixing hope with despair, with fear, dread, grief, all of them fighting against hope. Therefore, you have to be very, very careful in reminding people that you cannot claim to be 100% accurate. Then, just to skip along, I would suggest that it is really important that mediums avoid, as best as they can, discussions about what happened prior to that person going missing, their family situations, their marriages, their relationships, their jobs, their mental states, anything else is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It is for the police to work on, if need be. But it is for a medium to find a person, not spend hours and hours imagining on how that person came to be missing in the first place. That's really important. I don't think it is relevant to us, and it's not ethically correct. The other issue, and this is a really big one, and I haven't got long to say it in, is that imagine somebody comes to you and says, "Can you help me find my relative who is currently missing?" And you then go, "Oh, sure, of course I can. Yes, your relative is dead." This is really, really wrong. You should... And just, this is the last one on this. Just on the back of that, so if somebody comes to you and says, "Can you help me find my missing family member?" And then you say, "Yes, of course I can. They're stood here next to me, dead." You should check with that family member. You should check with that person where you think they are first. You shouldn't just say, "Oh yeah, your family's dead," or "Your family is alive." You shouldn't do that. You should ask those people what they feel, because I really hold on to this. The truth is so important. Nobody should ever be untruthful, but nobody has the right to remove hope from another person, especially in this situation, these situations. You should also, I would suggest we should do what we do as quietly as we can, because the world is dangerous and people will take things the wrong way and do things that they shouldn't do. People will break into buildings. People will climb into rivers. Let me just point out, my friends, I have been to the River Wear. Anyone who says it is not deep and not dangerous has never seen that water. It is at least 6 or 7 foot deep, and it is very, very strong. In various parts, it might not look like that. It might look like a quiet little brook. It is deep further down. So you can get people breaking into houses on your say-so, on a psychic say-so. You can get people climbing into rivers on a psychic say-so. You can put people in serious physical danger. And even more so when you consider the events of the past few weeks, when you consider, and what I'm sure has happened many times before, if you start throwing around accusations, you can also very seriously put somebody in serious danger. You know, you say somebody kidnaps somebody's loved one, you say somebody has murdered somebody's loved one, you could put that person, that completely innocent individual, in genuine harm's way if somebody feels that they need to do something about it. And that's really where we should exercise extreme caution. You should check if they believe their family to be alive or dead, because at the end of the day, it's for them to have hope.
So what do you guys think of Jason Dean Rothwell? Do you think he is gifted? Do you believe in mediums, psychics, tarot card readers, clairvoyancy? Or do you not whatsoever? At the end of the day, I will always choose to believe in having an open mind about everything. As most people are aware of me on this channel, I'm a very deep empath, and I have very instinctive intuition when it comes to people. You know, everyone has their little fortes in life, and I believe certain people are gifted and certain people think that they are gifted and are not. But again, it is up to us to try to tell the difference if we believe in what somebody's saying or not. Anyways, I'm going to leave you with a couple more channels to check out. Maybe perhaps as we wait for Nicola Bulley's inquest, check out these 3 channels. One will be Rochelle from Psychic Sleuth. The other one will be The Reckoning, which is Ashley. And the third one will be Candace Starr. So please feel free to check out their channels in the Nicola Bulley case, and perhaps see if anything that they've said that you can associate with perhaps comes to fruition. At the end of the day, we just want justice for Nicola Bulley, no matter how that justice comes, and we just want truth and transparency of what actually happened. Thank you very much for following me on this video. Again, I'm going to leave you with a little segment of a couple people's channels to check out. Please check them out. Other than that, God bless, take care, and we will see you soon.
That's it, move on. That's what I'm seeing. Because the Emperor reversed is like, yeah, Queen of Swords reversed. It's like cut in the interview short or something. Like, okay, we'll take questions, and then like 2 questions in, like, okay, you know what? We told you what it is. That's all you need to know. Have a good day. That's what I'm seeing. Because the Emperor's reversed too. So it's like, the second this feels like it's going in a different direction, I'm getting off the stage. That's what it feels like. And then the Queen of Swords is also kind of just another example of like cutting it short like that. But it's also like, I'm sticking to the script. I'm not giving you more verbally than I need to. I'm telling you, literally, I'm going to the line and I'm not even thinking about crossing it. I'm telling you exactly what is on the plan, and then I'm getting off the stage. And if you question me about something that
also get like water, ocean kind of in the distance. Like
Okay.
if you like, I don't know, it's like way, like kind of like way in the distance.
Okay.
So I don't know, the way that like it's showing me, it's like 2 taps and like they pushed her out of the car somewhere, which would mean she's by the road somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like they didn't put any effort into hiding her, which is weird because you think she'd be found by now, but
Right.
I never want to give you guys wrong information or lead you wrong, so I always like he says this is bigger. He says they wanted it to seem like she fell in the water.
Yeah.
Like that's how they wanted it to seem, and that's how things were.
Were reported missing. I made a list. Oh. Did they try to throw a ball across the wire to have Willow jump in? Whoa.
Truth and Transparency for Nicola Bulley. And of course, the 3 links for those channels will be in the description of this video for The Reckoning, Psychic Sleuth, and Candace Star. Thank you again very much for watching this video with me. And please give this video a like and a share. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Have a great day.